Hey, what's up? My name's Warren. I'm going to be showing you about, personally, my favorite mouse out there available to buy right now. And it's honestly probably one of the best mice, or mouse, whatever you want to call it, that's going to be out for a while. And that's called the G502 Hero by Logitech. So let me swap over to there. Now you can see my screen. First off, you're going to want to go over to this first link in my description if you're thinking about buying it. Right now it's currently on a $30 sale. You have a bunch of features. You could read through it before you watch this if you want, but I'm going to be going through all of them. Um, yeah, so after you have this mouse, it's plugged in. You're going to want to go over here to the Logitech G Hub and you're going to want to download it to Windows 10. And once you got it downloaded, after going through the install wizard, it'll show up on your desktop as long as you select the file to go there. So you just open it up like that. It'll start like this. And yeah, so you're going to want to click on it and then go over to sensitivity DPI before you start anything else. I personally like having mine at these settings. You could change them by just scrolling them like that. And I'm going to go back to 800 personally. But yeah, you could change all of these just by selecting them and scrolling around. And yeah, that's pretty useful to have in games. But there's also, this is even more useful. You could have, say I wanted my AimLab DPI to go up even higher. You could do that now. You could go over here, just click on whatever app, Among Us, Apex, all this shit. You just click that, and then you could swap it around, move it around, and that'll sync into your game. So then, once you're done messing around with this, you can go over to assignments. That is where you'll basically be allowed to program your keys to do certain things, make macros, actions, system actions, and so forth. And you could also do the same thing as DPI. You can go over here, pick a game, and do it. For the sake of the video, I'm not going to be doing that, but yeah. So let's do G Shift. And so I made this macro off camera, but basically it's just going to over and over click the left mouse button. You could take it and drag it over and select a key, and then whenever you click that, it'll do that. So say I want to do this right here, and I click on that button, it just clicks for you. See how I'm clicking it and it's selecting this right there. And I'm going to go back to default because I don't personally want that to be it. But for now, I'll go over all the buttons. You have primary, which is left, and secondary, which is right clicking. You have middle click, which means just pressing down on the scroll wheel. Scroll right, scroll left, pretty self-explanatory. So let me open up a tab where you could do that actually. Let me zoom in. And then if I push my mouse wheel, oh, actually it's not going to work like that. Okay. Yeah, it's not going to work. But basically, if you're in a tab where you have to slide over to the left for any reason, you could just move your mouse like that. And it's pretty cool. I'll show you how to physically do that actually in just a minute. But yeah, let's go back to the mouse. You could program it to do whatever. You can make scrolling right do its own macro or system macro. But let's go over to this side for the sake of the video. Let's go ahead and this Dpi Shift. I don't personally like it because there's no point. It basically just slows down for like sniping in game. But say I wanted to make it do something else. I could go over to commands and I can make it close a tab. Control/W. So I go over here. And now it should work. Yep, I just click that button and it closes out a tab. So that's how you do that. I'm going to reset this one back to the default because I don't want to accidentally be closing apps while I'm in it, but that's very useful if you get the hang of it and figure out everything. Yeah, and macros, meaning you can just create your own whatever. I'm going to go ahead and delete these. But yeah. And this is a back and forward key, self-explanatory. So say I open up the font and go over to this page. I can click that back button and it'll send me back to the page I was. The forward button sends me forward. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and close that. So back to here. This is just gonna be a quick, I'm not gonna go super in depth of how to program this mouse, but you're able to go right here and you could change your brightness and you'll be able to see a live overlay right there of what your mouse will be doing. And you could sync lighting options with another device, say you had one, but I personally do not have any other Logitech devices. Everything else is Corsair, but I just like this mouse a lot, so. But yeah, you could make it go faster on the lighting. Or slower, whatever you want to do. This right here is going to be just the Dpi lighting. But the Dpi lighting typically only works whenever you are using the Dpi. You could change that in settings, which I'll show you how to do. And then the logo is going to be obviously this logo. You could I'm going to sync lighting zones there. Now they're synced up anytime. But yeah, you can make these faster, slower, whatever. Yeah, and I like that personally right there. So after that, and you could change it for in a game. I'm not sure why you would, but you can if you really want to. So I'm just going to go over to settings. Dpi lighting, you could turn that on for always. It'll just always be showing what Dpi level you are on. And I personally like that on. First off, I like RGB lighting, and I'll have to show y'all how much I have in my room someday. But you could have profiles if you turn on onboard memory. And you'll have ones with you could have profiles where basically all of your saves are changed. So say you have a brother or something who hops on your computer, set them over to profile 2, let them do all that stuff. And device startup effect, it's going to be whenever it starts, like whenever you turn on your computer, it'll have a little animation and turn this app on and leave it on in the background. But yeah, that's basically it right there. Link in the description to buy this mouse and for the G Hub. So yeah, now I'm going to be showing you a little more about the mouse itself. I'm going to swap over. But yeah, I have it right here. Love it. So be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I'm on my phone right now. If it's bad, that's why. Basically, I have the mouse, the G502 Hero Logitech right here. And yeah, so this button right here, I was going to explain, right above the Dpi, you just click it, and you're allowed to do that with your mouse. It's really good just whenever you're wanting to fidget with your mouse, and you're in a game or something, and then you just click it back, and it's locked. And this is the scroll left and right, which I find completely unique. I never see mouses like that. And that's pretty cool, in my opinion. Something completely new. And this is the Dpi right here. You'll see what you're on. It goes up 6 levels. So let me restart it. Okay, this is Dpi level 1, you can see. So whenever you click it, it'll add another flash right there. It goes to the next setting, 3, and then 4, 5, and 6. So here's back to number 1. So that's basically how that works. Okay, and then you're gonna have the target button, which is gonna be like slowing down your Dpi. So, and then right here is gonna be G5, G4, which is forward and backwards. So if you're on a tab, Google Chrome, whatever, this one right here, you click it and it'll open the gaming hub. You can click it again and it'll go away. And then this one right here will turn your DPI level down. So say I have it up to 3. I click it, it goes down to 2. Click it again, down to 1. Pretty self-explanatory. Useful sometimes. I don't personally find it super useful. Okay, and then there's another thing I forgot to mention in whole. There are mouse weightings, which in the box, whenever you get it, right here, you could replace this. I don't want to take it off. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So yeah, you'll have a weighting one. And ignore that, it's nasty. I have a dog. And yeah, so I'll put that back in place, but it'll come with a more weighted one if you prefer it that way. And then boom, it just snaps right back on. It's all good. And that's the mouse review. I have my lights in sync. And again, not to mention, this thing is the funnest. I love that right there. And here's a little quick tour of my setup real quick. Not pretty, but it works. And yeah, definitely favorite mouse so far. Love it. And thanks for watching. Bye.